everyone. Thanks for checking out another episode of Wonderful Garbage. It's Angela and Julia. Hey, Julia.
Hi, why do we giggle in the opening every time? I don't know. I like try to be cool and then you make me laugh when you're saying
Because I'm always like, this is how I say it. I say it the same way every freaking time.
yeah.
Welcome to another episode of Wonderful Garbage.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi. Oh, I'm so happy it's Thursday. Like,
Tomorrow's Friday.
it is. It felt like the longest week, but also like the shortest week. I don't know. I'm just over.
I agree. I know I started to tell my mom the other day, I was like, oh, like I feel like my nights go by so fast. I was like, I feel like the day at work goes by so fast. And then my time at home goes by so fast. I was like, time just goes by so fast. Like, but I don't, I just, long story short, I'm tired of working and I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah, no, same vibes. Why are we working? Why am I sitting in a dusty ass cubicle all day, nowhere near the sun, just
That's,
working my life away? We were not made for this.
no, I'm over it.
So over it. Okay, we have lots to discuss. We're just gonna do like pop culture stuff, some things that happened this week, but we of course have to talk about the Summer House season 9 premiere.
Mm.
And then our episode that we do on the weekend will be more like Bravo shows, but I feel like a lot's going on. Okay, Summer House premiered last night. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, well, yeah, me too.
What? Yeah, what did you think?
Okay, I love Summer House. I've already let everyone know that. So yeah, it made me very happy to see my friends back on the screen. My oldest brother stopped by like right as it was starting, so I had a little distraction, and then I haven't been able to fully watch again today, but I definitely caught the majority of it. Yeah, I mean, we love Paige. So, like, any show with Paige on it, we're watching, we're loving. And then Sierra, like, oh, I love Sierra. And the way she walked into the house, she walked in, the door slammed behind her. She walked in, she owned that house. And she was
The
like,
energy she had from like the car ride to she was already activated. She's like, all right, I've been stuck in Scotland.
yeah.
I am now on social media and I'm fucking here to let you guys know how I feel.
And she's mad at West. And yeah, she's got some beef to squash with him, but love that she just walks in and just walks right past West and he wants to give her a hug and she's like, hey, bye, no hug. She like taps him on the chest.
It's like, cool, hey, what's up, bro?
Yeah.
Um, do you feel like Jesse was flirting with Sierra?
Oh, yes, definitely. Jesse is a freaking flirt. Yeah, he was flirting with Sierra, but he also fell in love with Lexi, our new girl. From the minute that he sees her, it literally made me laugh so hard. She walks around the corner. He goes, "Hi, how are you? You're so pretty." Like, that's like how girls would be, but we've never seen a guy be like he just completely like
He forgot words. Like didn't introduce himself. Hey, what's your name? Later on, Wes was like, "Hold on, like how old are they? And like, are they single? Like nothing. Like they just went right to like, wow, I think
yeah.
you're pretty
You're
good."
so pretty. And she goes, you're so tall. And then she was like, I'm Lexi. And he was like, oh, I'm Jesse. And how their names like sound the same. That was so goofy. Yeah, I'm interested to see what's gonna happen with those two because like by the end of the episode, he said he was in love with her.
I loved Kyle and Wes just dogging on him, like, dude, it hasn't even been a full 24 hours, and you were like obsessed with this girl. And we know like Lexi gets annoyed. Well, in the preview for like the season Lexi gets annoyed with Jesse for also flirting with Sierra, which I think is so fucking weird because his best friend, West, and Sierra had a whole thing last year, and then Jesse's coming in like flirting with her too. Like how when they were walking up the stairs and Sierra had like that really short skirt on, and she's like, "Don't stare at me." He's like, "All right, like I'm not gonna look, I'm not gonna look." And then he jokes like, "Wouldn't it be funny if like we started dating this summer?" I was like, oh, Jesse.
I know. Yeah, he was coming in hot for sure with the ladies.
Yeah. Okay, Bailey.
Oh yeah, like
I don't know.
what was her friend's name?
Does she? Because like she wasn't in any promos or the trailer. She wasn't at the watch party last night in New York. Like, I wonder what
I don't
happened.
know. Yeah, I don't know if maybe. Okay, so she's not in the group picture cast.
Mm-mm.
Hmm. Well, we'll see.
I know, but she was funny. I thought she was like, she was like talking about Lexi. She's like, her horoscope said she was gonna kiss somebody.
Yeah.
And then later on, Lexi was like, and it said I was gonna eat sushi and drink alcohol. And then I'm gonna make out with somebody. She's like, what kind of fucking horoscope are you reading, dear? What is this?
Honestly, that sounds like the Chronicle, the Austin Chronicle. They have goofy horoscopes sometimes. I'm here for it. Everyone comes, picks their rooms and everything. West and Jesse end up sharing a room. And
Cute.
do you know what my thought was?
That they were the one who had a threesome?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Interesting.
thinking. Because they're sharing a room. And like, I think because it was like West's idea, like, you want to share a room, it'll be funny. And Jesse was like, no, I'm not about that. And I'm thinking, because like Jesse wants to hook up, and not share.
Yeah.
So then my brain led me into that next thought that maybe they were the ones that had the threesome because it was convenient. They share a room.
I think sharing a room for them is so good this season because like they get to have goofy screen time. Like I feel like it made sense for them to do a share. And then next season, separate rooms, right? I wonder. I just kept thinking it was the new guy because he in the trailer we kept I know. Well, we don't even need him. Don't bring him on the screen. We're fine.
No.
In the trailer, right? They're like, how many people did you sleep with yesterday? And then he's like, in total, two. It's like, oh, fuck you.
I'm already exhausted and so over him just from the trailer. He hasn't even gotten to the house yet. And I'm like, no, don't need him. Bye.
100%. The girlies are back in bed.
Yes, of course.
We love it for them. And Jessie wants to be an honorary bed rotter.
Everyone does.
Everyone does. I love how when like Lindsay announced her pregnancy, right? Paige was like, oh, you have to like lay your feet up, right? Like you have to lay down more, like you're gonna be in the bed more.
Yeah.
Paige is like, this is how we're going to connect is by bed rotting and doom scrolling.
Which, like, they really must have because we know now, present day, Paige and Lindsay have a really great friendship going on. So, yeah, they must have.
Well, she tried her breast milk.
Yeah, I mean, they've bonded. So, this is going to be fun. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, thoughts about Kyle finally recognizing that his wife's feelings are important?
Yeah, I like that you posted that, like, not Kyle thinking that he's like the best husband by doing the absolute bare minimum because that was literally what I was thinking too. He was like, he filled up the freaking waters before he went out for the whole night and thought that he was like number one husband of the year because he filled up the freaking water bottles. Like, no, that's, as you said, the bare minimum. How about maybe you don't go out on the first night? Honestly, I'm sure Amanda was like, peace, bye. I'm
Mm-hmm.
bye. But, yes, good job. You came home first. Granted, the other two were like right behind him, which also is like,
Exactly. He's like, I did it. I'm home at 2.
Where is this communication between the boys? Because West was like, I left like 5 minutes behind you. And then Jesse was like, yeah, I left like 5 minutes behind you. And it's like, weren't y'all together? Oh, also, while we're on Kyle, I don't trust that little shit one bit. And I don't truly think that he's cheating on Amanda. I don't think he's that dumb at this point, and I don't think that,
Anymore.
yeah, anymore. And I don't think that he would like ever be able to get away with it anymore. But when he brought them their water and then he was walking out of the room, I just saw this like devilish little smile on his face. And he was like so excited to be like sneaking, like, he wasn't sneaking out, but you know what I mean? Like sneaking, not sneaking, sorry, but like going out with his boys. He was excited. First night of summer in the Hamptons, blah, blah, blah. He was on the phone as soon as he walked out that front door. It was a very fast clip. I don't know if you caught it, but like
No.
he was making his calls, being like, I'm going out with Amanda. I don't know who he was calling. I just,
Yeah, just I'm in town, let's fucking go. Cause yeah, they're in the city. They have two dogs to take care of. They work together, obviously live together. I don't think they're getting a lot of separate time.
yeah,
Like, I think Amanda definitely likes to stay back in the apartment. Kyle can go out and whatever. But I don't know. I feel like the first night in the house, everyone should have either stayed together and like had a little house party, a little drunky time, or everyone goes out together. Like I get that Paige and Sierra and Amanda like love to be in the bed and that's their whole thing. I'm a bed girly too, but I want them to do more group stuff, especially the first weekend or the first night at
I
least.
agree. I totally agree. It's the first night. Like, y'all, yeah. So, I don't know. We'll see how it all.
Oh, I'm sad we didn't get like a fun hibachi dinner content.
Yeah.
We just really got Lindsay talking about her pregnancy, her guy, all of it, and then Jesse and Lexi being on a date. Did we?
Yeah.
Okay, before we wrap up Summer House, thoughts on Lindsay's long ass pregnancy
Oh
speech?
my God. Like, I know, she was like, this is the biggest announcement I'm ever going to make in my life. I get it. But yeah, that wasn't necessary.
We didn't need
We did
it.
not
No.
need you to start back from
Dating Everett,
Everett.
we're good.
Yeah. Jeez.
No. No, we're fine. We didn't need all that, Lindsay. And I loved that Gabby, like, she has practiced this in front of Gabby. And she's practiced it on her own because she was like, do I need to like say it? Like, do I need to do more? And Gabby's like, no, like I've heard it. Like, you're good. I know you've been practicing. So like poor Gabby having to sit through that. Gabby's obviously the new Danielle,
Yeah,
right?
totally. But
But I like Gabby. I want more for her.
I agree. You don't want her
Yeah,
to be Lindsay's little minion. Yeah,
exactly. Like she needs to distance herself or like make other friendships with the rest of the girls
I
too.
agree. I will say it's just like it's so clear that Lindsay is a PR girly. Like with her
100%.
announcement, Sierra was like, she's got brand deals up in this announcement. Like, what?
The fact that she went from giving that 10-15 minute speech to the group, went to go change her pants, in the process of changing her pants, you know she had that post queued
Oh,
up,
yeah.
right? She had that shit saved in drafts. She knew what emojis or what hashtags she was going to use. She just went, bloop,
Yep.
and while they're waiting for her at dinner, they're like, girl, just fucking post it.
So funny.
Lindsay, that like if she ever wants to get back into PRing, that would be a great like interview clip to send. Just be like, look how great I am at this. I went and I gave this speech and then I like immediately posted like time management skills are well. I'm so detail oriented.
Look how I launched my pregnancy. While we're on Lindsay, and we're going to talk more about like Bravo shows, we'll go a little more in depth about Summer House. And I watched snippets of Watch What Happens last night. Lindsay and Sierra were on. We will say Lindsay confirmed that her boyfriend, she's saying his name now,
Turner.
Turner, he was backstage. So they're alive and well in their relationship.
They're still together. Everyone who was freaking out on the internet, Julie and I were like, no,
We were
no,
buying it.
like we think they're still
Yeah.
together.
I don't feel like Lindsay would let that go so easily. Like, I mean, we all even saw like with Carl and Lindsay. I was rewatching because they had last season Summer House playing before, and they had the reunion on, and they were all saying like there was a moment and they most of the group thought that Lindsay would have ended the relationship with Carl, and that she would have like thought back on the summer and ended it with Carl. And she was like, no. And I was like, no. Like, you could tell that Lindsay was going to get married and that she was going to do everything that she could to make that relationship work. And I don't know.
Yeah, she was gonna ride that shit
Yeah,
out.
I don't know if it was all for like the right reasons, but
No.
she was going to do it. So I don't see her leaving her child's father that quickly. Yeah, I will say also, where did I see her doing like an interview? And she said that she was like trying to like relearn herself or
I don't know if I
and that
saw.
person was like, well, newsflash, like you're still yourself. And she kind of was like, oh, like because a lot of mothers, they just get, so swept into like the new motherhood, and you kind of do who
Yeah.
you are before you just brought this new being into your life. But anyway, maybe I'll try to figure that out and I'll talk to y'all about it next time.
Yeah. Also, yeah, we need to talk more about like how is Lindsay gonna do Summer House this summer?
Maybe she doesn't.
I know. Which is why, yeah, they should just do like a socialite show in New York. And maybe Paige goes to that. Maybe like Paige, Sierra, maybe all the like OGs or like people who've been on it for years do a socialite show in New York. And then they leave Wes, Jesse, the new girls, and bring in more at the house. I don't know. Kyle, I'm sure will still be there, but
Lindsay could become a housewife.
I don't know if I want that.
Then again, it is only weekends, but I would see her more of like a friend of role than a full time. I don't see her leaving her baby every weekend to go out there, but I could see her doing it like once every 3 weekends or so.
Yeah, but that I mean, like, would they give her the same pay if she was a
No,
friend
I'm
of?
sure not.
Because she's been on since the inception, and she said like her, Carl, and Kyle, like they've all negotiated like a couple years ago to all get the same pay every season because they've been on since the
That's
beginning.
good.
Um, so yeah, like she's making money. I don't know, maybe she'll do something else. Okay, we'll talk about this more. Anything else you want to just like quickly talk about on
No.
Summer House? Good premiere. Hopefully a promising summer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I added this real quick because we've been watching Traitors and we didn't put notes down on it because like we're so into it when we're watching, then like sometimes it's hard to take notes. We'll talk about it again eventually. But there's so many challenge people on that show, and Tony likes the challenge, so he's gotten me into it now. And we're watching, I don't know, season like 32. I don't know, it's so dumb. There's like 40 something seasons. It's insane. So we're just kind of jumping around. But Faith from Vanderpump Rules is on the season that we're watching.
Yeah.
And it's so freaking random. I guess like these shows have like other people, like they'll have people from dating shows and like other competition shows like Big Brother and stuff. And then they have people that have just been on the challenge for years, like Johnny Bananas and CT. But anyways, I just thought it was so weird that Faith was on there. And I didn't even look up to see the year. I don't know if it's like post her leaving Vanderpump Rules and then she does this show next. If it was like before the cheating scandal with Jax or after the cheating scandal
Oh
with
my God,
Jax,
so
but
long ago? Was the challenge even around then?
it's been on for like 20
Whoa.
years. Even longer. Because, okay, I guess it also started as Road
Hmm.
Rules. And then they started doing break off competition shows, like other ones. And then that's how the challenge was born, from what I understand.
Okay.
I'm also like halfway watching it because I'm watching like Bravo stuff on my laptop and then we have it on in the
Love
background.
that.
But anywho, I just thought that was random. But gosh, those people, like, they've all slept with each other or are sleeping with each other or have slept with each other. And like people's exes will come on the show and they'll like partner them up all crazy. And you're like, there's just so much drama within that whole universe. I get how people get sucked into all of the
Mhm.
challenge things. I'm like, I can't get too invested into this. Like, I need to save most of my brain space for Bravo. I have
Yeah.
to. Okay, Britney Spears' ex was on Vile
Yeah.
Files. Did you catch
I did
it?
not.
I didn't either. I just read an
Uh,
article. So I don't want to listen. I just grabbed because I kept seeing stuff and I was like, well, I do want to know a little bit, but I'm not listening to it.
yeah.
Nick and his wife, they wear those headbands that Sam wore on the Traitor.
Yeah. That's funny.
I'm like, oh my goodness, I had one of
I
those.
do.
Did you have one of those
Yes, those were
headbands?
like hell. You would always like poke yourself in the eye and your head and like get your hair pulled and stuck and yeah. Mm. I had
Yeah, I scratched the shit out of my scalp on more than one occasion. We got hurt by like so much stuff back in the day. But Sam said they met. He was a love interest in one of Britney's music videos. I didn't know that that's how they met. I thought he was her trainer.
yeah.
And then that's how they started dating. He said like they were together for 7 years. That was both of their longest relationships. They were married for just two. He talks a little bit about the conservatorship. Well, just mainly saying that it's strange. He also signed an NDA when he was with her, so he can't like spill everything, but just said once he like got into her world and saw the day to day of it all, then he was like, oh, this is
Yeah.
wild. So like he would try to be the normal, something normal for her. But I don't know. I always thought he was bad too.
Well, I think
But maybe he's
sad
not.
because like he was like complacent with the conservatorship. I honestly I have no idea what to think about Britney Spears and all of that. Like it's just not.
It's so
Yeah.
sad.
I'm glad that she's out of the conservatorship and like able to live her life, but she does still post like very worrisome.
I know. Well, I just don't think she's like everything that they were like forcing her to take, all the medication, I think just stunted
Yeah.
her at a time where she was still like developing as an adult and now she's like stuck, I think, in that really young version of herself.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I don't know. I just it's so freaking sad. Like if we go back to when we were kids, listening to her and being like, "Oh my goodness, she's like the biggest pop star ever. She's amazing." And then like what her life could
I
have been.
know. It's so sad.
It is so sad. That's kind of all I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Okay, for some reason we're getting another season of Love is Blind.
Yes. I will wait and see if the hype is there. I watched like a season here and there, probably the first season, and then I don't know. I can't remember what anyway. But If the hype's there, if everyone's talking about it, then I'll watch it.
Yeah, I think we definitely watched the first 4 or 5 like pretty consistently. Like we got
Yeah.
into it. And then we even watched that one. They tried to do a live reunion one season, streaming it on Netflix. It was like one of the first like live streaming things that Netflix was going to do. Girl, that shit buffered for 45
Oh,
minutes. Like nobody could watch it. It was like a huge fuck up. And then I haven't really watched the last couple seasons. I know this past season, like we just had a season in the fall, and it was messy, and it was people who like just wanted to be famous. If you don't know what Love is Blind is, they all are in these pods that you can't see anyone. You can't see them until you decide to get engaged,
so
which is wild. So you are talking to this person through a pod, and it's all supposed to be about you find love, not for the physical stuff. Like you want to build a genuine connection. But then there are people on there who will ask, like, who do you look like? And like, what's like your best physical feature?
yeah,
I don't know if you saw this season, but this one girl said that she looked
I
like Megan
remember. That was the
Fox.
first thing that came to my mind when you said that. I was like, oh, like Megan Fox? Yeah, I saw that season.
Huh?
Everyone was talking about that season, so I watched it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was really freaking funny. And then it's so funny, like their reactions to when they're engaged and they finally get to see each other and like the doors open and they stare at each other and you're like, what am I doing? Or like, this is cool. And then they'll like film them like talking right after they meet. And then sometimes it's hella awkward because you're just like, this is not who I thought you looked like. I don't know. It's just, oh, I think I like watching them
Yeah.
for that reason. I like to see their reactions of like, are you really into this person or
Okay, well,
not?
now I think I want to watch this season.
Let's watch the first couple episodes and then just
Okay.
feel it out. Okay, Christy Carlson Romano, the Even Stevens sister.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I couldn't remember what
that's how everyone knows her. And didn't she do that cadet
Cadet Kelly.
show, right?
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't have cable growing up, so I could only see it when I went over to like my friends' houses or like my cousins' houses.
love it.
She got shot in the eye
But,
while going clay pigeon hunting for her husband's birthday.
oh my gosh. Is she
She
okay?
said there was like another party there and they shot in the wrong direction and hit her.
Oh, shit. Was she okay?
Yeah. Also I think she lives here in Austin.
Oh, cool.
But she said she got shot less than 1 millimeter from being permanently blind.
Oh my gosh.
And she still has shrapnel in her face. Like she has some shrapnel right under her eye. And they said if they operated on it, she could go blind.
Oh shit.
And then she has some in her skull. And they're just leaving it.
Leaving it?
Yeah. The skull one, she said like it's supposed to help it heal if it stays in there. How?
That's crazy.
But like the one under her eye, what if it gets loose?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's terrifying.
But the picture is horrible. Her eye is like completely red. There's like a bubble, or it looks like a bubble of something. I also wonder if she could like sue people for that.
Possibly.
So, this interview came out with Justin Baldoni that he recorded it on this podcast called Gents Talk. It was filmed back in November and was just released, obviously, because of all the drama. But he was saying that, like, he was talking to the guy about, like, being exhausted. It was a very exhausting year. He didn't go into details about everything, right? But just saying it was a really exhausting year. He hadn't given himself any time to recover. And just, it was really intense. He said it was a successful year, but it was really emotionally draining and he had so much anxiety. And then I did grab a quote. He said, "Who I am is a work in progress, and who I am is somebody who is always trying to be radically sincere and authentic to myself so that I can be of service in the best way possible and have the most impact." It's like this guy is so nice and sweet. Like, how, like, Blake is just like, you picked on the wrong person. This karma is coming back to you. This guy is just like a nice guy.
Yeah. Blake's awful.
Gosh, it's just so damaging.
It's not good.
Did you see that clip that's been going around of an interview that she did?
Yeah.
Ugh. It was at the Forbes Power Women's Summit back in 2022. And being basically, she's just like gaslighting directors and production and everything. And I
Yeah.
know people hate the word gaslighting, but maybe it's not gaslighting. You're just tricking them. Like, she would be like, "Oh, yes, I would love to be in this role as an actor on your project, blah, blah, blah." And then get into it and be like, I actually want way more authority and ownership on stuff. She said, "I wouldn't reveal that I actually need to have authorship in order to feel fulfilled. So I think that for them, sometimes that I might have felt like a rug pulled because you're trying to assert yourself into something that we didn't hire you to do."
Yeah. Who did I see? I think just some content creator made a post about this, and they were like, that's not how it works. And they're like, that's like hiring a plumber, and the plumber comes over, and then they're like, actually, I'm gonna babysit your kid, and you're like, no, you're not babysitting my kid. And then they're like, actually, I love you, I want to be your husband and the father of your kid. And it's just like, what? Like, no,
Like,
you
what?
were hired to do this job. You don't get to go then say you want to do X, Y, and Z and like force yourself upon people, which as that comes out of my mouth is wild to say, because she is trying to say that this man like sexually harassed himself, aka forced himself upon her in a physical way, yet she just verbally said that that's what she does. Verbally, not physically, but like
And the way she talks about it as if it's like a good thing
yeah,
or as if it's okay,
yeah,
like a normal thing. Like, "Oh yeah, I just come into these projects and I start off as an actor and then I put myself in all these other roles." It's like, no, you don't, you're not, regardless of your star power and like what level you are, it's disrespectful and just out of line.
I know. Can you
Um
imagine being that interviewer or people like in the audience and she's saying this and you're like, huh? But, the interviewer has to kind of like keep going with it. The interviewer is not going to be like, girl, you're messy. But,
Especially at this like woman summit thing where you're like empowering each other. You can't like, it would just be wrong to then question
right.
her, even though you probably should. But in that moment, oh yeah, no, it's just like, girl, no. And whoever found that clip and posted it,
Yeah.
that got it circulating, like, hell yeah, it's just one more thing for Justin and his lawyers to add to their list of shit. Also, I don't know how this trial, like, March of next year.
What? That's when it was scheduled
I don't
for?
think we're gonna get. Yeah, March of 2026.
They're not, wait, like, first of all, why? But
Yeah,
yeah, they're not even going to go. I think Blake needs
no.
to just tuck her tail and pay him money, and she and Ryan should probably go buy a house like on an island and lay low for a bit.
Wasn't there like a guy that was selling a whole island? Go buy that whole ass island and just stay there.
I asked my brother the other day if we could live anywhere and like money weren't a thing, where would we live? And he was like, a private island. And I was like, a private island? Like, how would we have friends? How would you meet a girl? I'm like, think about the logistics of that. Like, how are we going to get the groceries to the house? Like, I was like, private island.
Yeah, live somewhere where you can like spend that money and enjoy, have a life. A private island. He's like, everybody leave me alone.
Yeah. I'm like, you really want to be on an island with just me, your mom, and your brothers? Like, no. I'll swim back to
He's like,
the
no, the island's. He's like, it's just me. You
okay.
guys aren't coming.
Yeah. No, he would miss it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't think it's going to 2026. I like they have to settle at some point this year. Like nobody can take any more
Yeah.
of this shit. It's insane.
I mean, new shit comes out every day. So, I'm like,
I know I'm behind on the TikTok videos of it. I need to catch up. I know there's so much more out there, but
dude, Candace Owens, like, and never did I ever think that I would watch anything come out of her mouth or want her to show up on my face, on my TikTok algorithm, but man, she has made this her full-time job. And I've seen people being like, ooh, when Candace got a hold of this, like, that's how we knew Blake was cooked. Because she dives deep and finds it out.
yeah, no, same. I was like, why is she on my For You page? I don't want this,
I
but
know
she also is doing like great journalism.
when I first saw it, what the fuck?
No, go away, go away, go away. Don't show up anymore.
I was like, oh shit, my algorithm got messed up again. Like, why is Candace on my page? She
I was like,
doesn't
take me
belong
back to
here.
Bethany Frankel and her Dior bags and like take me back
God,
over there. Well,
I'm
whatever
scared. Let's not
happened
talk
with
about.
the drones, the UFOs?
Oh, they're still out there. They're still going.
We like haven't heard about anything.
Yeah, because there's a lot other shit going on than just those. Now we've got planes crashing and ships crashing, and
I know.
Elon Musk is our president, and his son told Trump to shut his mouth. Like, the F is happening?
I I don't know. And the Gulf of America? Really? Why?
Oh
Why?
my god. Lauren was in a this week, and I texted her and I was like, are you going to be flying over the Gulf of America to come back home?
Like everything has to like if this is a thing, if this sticks, geography books have to be changed, material has to be changed. Post I kept thinking geography teachers who have posters and all kinds of things. I would just put like scotch tape over and be like America. 'Cause when it goes back to this non bullshit, take it off.
Right. Like, kids who are going to be learning the map for their first time will be being taught Gulf of America. That's crazy. And I can't even think about what the freaking history books are going to look like at this time. Like, it.
Well, I mean, we might not even have an like education department, so we're just, we're just chilling. We're just here.
Yeah.
Okay, we have to get off of
Okay.
this talk. We can just go on.
That was our spiral.
This is why we disassociate with reality TV. We cannot live in the actual reality. We need just something else to talk about. Let's talk about divorces.
Woohoo!
Team divorce.
She says as her husband's in the next room.
I know. Well, minus him. Team divorce. Ashley Darby is finally divorced from that gremlin of a man she married. Oh.
Thank goodness. And I gave her snaps.
Yeah, thank fucking goodness. They were separated back in 2022. They got married in 2014.
Well, I wonder when they filed. I wonder if that was a timing.
Well, there was a thing that there was a certain amount of time and she wasn't going to get money. Like, I don't think she got anything from him because that was like a big thing on the show that So I think they filed 2023, which would have been 9 years. I don't know if they have that same like custodial marriage thing like California does, but the prenup was set up in a way that I don't think she was going to get anything, but I think she gets support for the kids.
I,
And I think he helped her with the house.
yeah.
Just good for Ashley and about damn time. Like,
Yeah.
you needed to leave that man. And then she's going to be on that Love Hotel show.
That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for that.
They did that little like teaser we got last week, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a gorgeous hotel, and then we see someone like ringing a bell to check in. And I'm excited for Luann to be back on our screens
Yeah.
in a flirty vibe. Like, she's so flirty,
Mm-hmm.
and she is now getting paid to flirt with a bunch of men. Like, it's gonna be so over the top. I really hope she's not wearing one of those like fake Sinatra hats that she wears, those like cabaret.
Yeah.
I don't even know. I know they have like a specific name, but I hate the hats that she wears now for her cabaret shows.
She's a lot.
She is a lot. Like, you know, she's gonna put on a fucking show.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see Shannon flirt because she's
Aw.
so awkward.
I didn't know she was on it. That's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Luann, Shannon, Ashley, and Giselle.
fun. Speaking of Shannon, that reminds me, my friend was coming home from Aruba yesterday, and she said when she got on her flight leaving Aruba that she's pretty sure Vicky Gunvalson was in first class, and she said that she was a handsome
I
man.
love that.
So, if it was Vicky, we're very excited and happy for you living it up in Aruba with a handsome man.
Yeah, I think she's had a boyfriend for a little bit. So
Okay.
go, Vicky.
Yeah.
Good for her. Team divorce again. Team divorce.
'Tis the year for divorce.
'Tis the season.
I hate that word.
'Tis.
Divorce. Just feels so like, eh. I didn't get legally married, so I'm technically not having a divorce. Just a separation.
No.
So,
But we can still have like a
yeah,
party.
we are with caviar and a black cake, remember?
That's right.
I have it all
Yeah,
in my mind.
I'm excited.
Me too. I don't know where I'll be living, but
It's gonna all work out.
it will. It'll be.
It's gonna all be good.
It's all Gucci.
It'll be fine. We're fine. It's all fine. Okay, let's disassociate.
Okay, so another person who's going through a
Teddi!
divorce.
Let's talk about brain tumors.
Yeah, something way worse than a divorce. This, honestly, I have not given this much time because it kind of freaks me out because my mom has bad headaches and just like had a moment the other day where she like had super bad pain like in her neck and head, and I had to take her to the ER and she ended up being fine, but she needs to have a CT scan. And especially
Oh no.
I know. So, yeah, I haven't like I've just been scrolling past because it just kind of like really freaks me out.
Oh, 100%. We don't have to talk about
It's
it.
okay. No, we're so sad for Teddy.
You can skip it.
And Andy did give like a little like said a word yesterday on Happens. So that was nice. Oh wow, I didn't know she had a stage 2 melanoma diagnosis just a couple of years ago.
Yeah, she's had like a lot of stuff. So she was saying that. So yeah, Teddi Mellencamp, she was on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills for a little bit. She had emergency brain surgery yesterday. She said that she was struggling with severe headaches and then did a scan and found out she has like multiple brain tumors. So she said on her Instagram, for the last several weeks, I've been dealing with severe and debilitating headaches. Yesterday, the pain was unbearable and required hospitalization. After a CT and MRI, doctors found multiple tumors on my brain. which they believed have been growing for at least 6 months.
Oof.
2 of the tumors will be surgically removed today. The remaining smaller tumors will be dealt with radiation at a later date. Said that she was blessed to be around her children, her family, friends, the staff, and she thanks everybody. She posted some pictures with Kyle and Morgan.
Uh,
They were like right at the foot of the bed. I know, it was like weird. And then Edwin, her estranged husband's there.
that's
And
not
she had to shave her
Kyle's
head,
her
right?
best
Because like,
friend, and of course Kyle brought her girlfriend.
y'all, people were like, why is Morgan there? Like, Kyle, just tell. I mean, like, you don't need to tell us because that is your sexuality. But like, no one
No one
cares.
cares.
Like,
And
it's
tell us, but
okay.
you can stop like lying and trying to fake it. You know, that's
Yes.
just that part of it's weird. I just her energy about it all is
Yeah.
just so like we have eyes, we see you.
Yeah, we're like when you change your entire like personality and wardrobe for a person,
Yeah,
you're like about that
yeah.
person. I'm trying to think if I've ever really changed.
Not since high school. Too old
No.
for that.
Yeah, no, I'm like, you're not gonna fucking tell me what to wear. You, sir, wear flip-flops and cargo shorts every chance you get. I don't think we're on the same like and t-shirts from like 20 years ago. Yeah, I don't think we're really in like the fashion world over here.
That's funny.
So yeah, she had stage 2 melanoma and she's had like a bunch of surgeries to get these tumors removed, but she has this huge like Z scar on her back from a patch that they removed that she got. Like it's bad.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel bad for her. Okay, I'm not gonna watch this show, and I don't know if you're gonna watch this show, but it's happening. The Baldwins, the Alec Baldwin show. It premieres in a couple weeks on TLC. And all I really cared about from this article was the fact that he will sometimes tell his wife that he wants more kids.
Oh,
I'm like, you have 7 children just with her. And then you have another daughter that you called like a fat pig or something. So, like, why are you. What? But I guess
wow.
he'll be like, once the like youngest one isn't a baby anymore, and then he like misses it being a baby, then he'll be like, let's have
Yeah.
another one. And sometimes she'll say yes, obviously. But she was kind of like, my body is tired.
Heck yeah. You're
I'm
gonna be
tired for
tired
you.
for 18 more years at least. Jeez.
And he looks rough. I mean, he went through some real serious shit.
Yeah, that aged him for sure. That whole situation. What came of
He wasn't found guilty.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
What about the person whose job it was?
I think they were found guilty. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch their show unless I'm like hella bored. But it's gonna be on TLC if anyone cares.
Yeah, unless the internet's talking about it. We'll see.
Okay,
Nope.
I wanted to end with this. Kanye West is just absolute trash.
Trash! Give us the thumbs down, Apple.
Yeah,
Come
this
on.
is the perfect
Don't
time for a thumbs down emoji,
be trash.
Apple.
Kanye yucky.
I mean, I had no idea, right? So he did that commercial on the Super Bowl, and that website would take you to a place where he was selling like Nazi
Don't.
shirts. I know, I don't even want to say the word. It was just absolutely horrible and disgusting. He should go away. It's so sad, like his downfall, because I loved his music back in the day. Like everything he was put out before he became a monster is great. And now I feel like I just can't. He also needs to go away on a private island. Go join Blake and Ryan, pull all your money together, and go away.
Yeah, I agree. I saw something that like he had just that one shirt on there for like a day or two, and then the next
Mm-hmm.
day he uploaded, or maybe it was before. Maybe it was before he did that shirt. He had a bunch of Sean John, and he had um
Oh.
like a recreated of the sweatshirt that Cassie was wearing in the hotel lobby when Diddy beat her. He recreated
Shut
that
up.
and
What
like
a
posted like a,
psychopath.
yeah, and he had posted a still from that video footage. No, he's
Oh,
absolutely
no, no,
disgusting.
no.
One good news, hopefully, we're really hoping that
Oh,
this is true, but there was a breaking news like a couple of hours ago. I think I saw it like right around 4. They're saying that Bianca, his wife, is leaving him, which honestly, like, I don't even know if it's that easy for her. Hopefully, it will be that easy for her. We'll see. He doesn't seem like the type of person, the way that he controls her, that he's gonna let her go that easily. But if it's true, we hope that she gets the F away from him ASAP.
yeah, I don't even think we talked about this, but did you see the video of them on the Grammys red carpet, like right before she took off her coat and like what new, like he was telling her, like, you do it now. And she was like, she didn't want to. She didn't want to take off her coat. She didn't want to do that on the red carpet. And he like was forcing her to do it.
Yeah. Everything we've seen with
Just
them is just does not feel right. And I people like nothing's like confirmed, but through it there's been like rumors that like her family is super concerned about her safety and all of that, and so hopefully she really can get away from him because he's terrifying.
so we are going to start something new for the podcast. It's going to be our garbage thing of the week, where we talk about something that's like horrible or like not fun, not sweet, sad, anything that's like actual garbage and not wonderful garbage. We're going to highlight. We're going to ask you guys on social media, probably just on Instagram, for you guys to send in your garbage thing of the week too. So we'll start doing that next week. We'll talk about it on the podcast too. Garbage thing of the week could also be like your annoying coworker who like doesn't do anything, or it can be anything you want it to be. So the first garbage thing of the week is people booing Taylor Swift at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, y'all suck.
Because why? She's literally like, and I get it. I was annoyed when they first started dating of all the media coverage she would get at football games, because it was just like, stop panning to her every 5 minutes. Like, she is just there to watch her boyfriend. Stop it.
Right, and she
But
didn't ask
like,
for that. Like, she's not asking
no.
to be on camera. She doesn't want to be on camera. She wants to just be there and watch her boyfriend play football. So, everyone who was mad at her for being shown on camera, like, be mad at the cameraman. Be mad at NFL or ESPN or whoever the hell is airing it, not Taylor Swift. Not her fault. Jeez.
And the fact that like grown-ups are so bothered, because you
So
know this is
bothered.
all like elder shit.
Right. Did you see that freaking little boy Trump went on to Twitter like immediately and was like Taylor was booed out of the stadium. MAGA is very unforgiving. And it's like, and my mom read that and she was like, she left because of that. And I was like, no, she didn't freaking leave after that. But you know who did leave the game early? Trump. Trump left before halftime because he's a little bitch. I decided I was going for the Eagles because when I saw everyone's interviews about how they felt about playing because the president would be there, Mr. Travis Kelsey did not give the proper um, answer for that. But I tell you who did, Jalen Hurts, and who got a new crush on Jalen Hurts would be me. And so I spent days, I was like, ooh, Jalen Hurts, that's my new man. And then I Googled, do you know how old he is?
Is he like 27?
He's 26.
Oh, I'm so sad.
He's 26. Oh, damn it! He's a toddler. Like, ugh. So there went that dream.
Quickly shout out Jalen. He has a all-female led management team. And when he was asked about it, even
Yeah.
for Super Bowl press, he's like, why are y'all making it seem like it's so wild that it's an all-women team? He's like, I just chose the best people. So for all the people screaming about DEI programs and all this shit, like Jalen chose the best people for the job and they all happen to be women. So fucking go off Jalen Hurts. And okay, so yeah, Saquon
Go off.
pop off. Jalen or Saquon said, because he was asked about it, because it's like fucking wild. Also, I just love when they panned to Taylor and everyone started booing. She just like side eyed to Ice Spice and was like, what is fucking going on? Saquon said, I remember that they showed her on the Jumbotron and she got booed. I don't get it. I don't get why she was getting hate there. She's there supporting her significant other and she's made the game bigger. We are trying to expand the game and her being a part of it, it's only helping that. So, like, I just don't get the slack that she's getting. I love him too.
Yay, love that.
Appropriate answer. There's
Yeah.
no fucking reason that you need to be booing somebody else like so aggressively. Also, the fact that Taylor holds the single attendance record there in the Caesars Superdome place for her Eras tour, like, girly?
Sold out 3.
Girly holds that record, y'all. Like, put some respect on that. Like, y'all could never. Y'all could never. So, the first garbage thing of the week we've ever done goes out to all the people who booed Taylor Swift. You're all lame.
We're going to put you in the garbage and take you to the curb.
Ooh.
It's trash day. I told you my new life goal.
What is it?
That sounds really bad. To be an NFL wife.
Ooh, I love this journey for you.
I know, right? I was watching one of the commercials and I loved when they were doing the little brothers, little sisters program with the football players, and the football players are just so they're inspirational and they want to give back and do good, and little kids look up to them so much. And I was like, I would be a good NFL wife. I would support that football man, and
The football man.
we would do so much philanthropy.
You would have great outfits for every game.
Oh yeah, that would be so fun.
Oh, I love that.
So if there's any NFLers out there into wonderful garbage, hit me up.
We'll get you. We'll get on that algorithm. I'll start adding some wild hashtags that somehow get us into the NFL universe, and then we're good to go.
Did you see that clip of the lady with the mini voodoo doll stabbing it?
Obsessed, Julia. Obsessed. I believe in the magic.
And I told you, the Swifties put a curse on Travis. He I don't care who the president is. That president hated on Travis's girlfriend. So, you should have stood up for your girlfriend. So the Swifties, you pissed the Swifties off, first of all.
Yeah.
Then, y'all were in freaking New Orleans, where that's the home of voodoo and, another dimension and all of that. There was a clip of this lady had this little voodoo doll and she was stabbing it over and over and over. Who knows? And it was,
oh my goodness, that was so fucking good. Yeah, they played absolute trash. Oh, okay, we're gonna go watch the Southern shows. Traitors is on tonight. White Lotus premieres this weekend. Oh, and watch Apple Cider Vinegar.
I know, I'm so excited. Are we
We're
done?
done,
Are
Boz.
we
Oh, if
done?
you're watching this on video, say
Please,
hi to
please.
Boz.
Oh, he keeps yawning all big.
Oh, you tired.
Oh, he's a boy.
Alrighty,
Okay.
y'all. Well, thank you so
All
much
right.
for listening to another episode of Wonderful Garbage. Please follow us on social media and wherever you are listening to this. Like, comment, subscribe, let us know what you think, and follow us on Instagram for Garbage Thing of the Week. We're going to be asking you guys to submit things. All right, y'all. Until next time. Bye.